dreams. Dun, dun. Yo, what is up? How's everybody doing? It's your boy, Young Turtle. We are about to do another morning of work from home and chill. I don't really have a lot that I got to get done. Well, actually, I do have a lot I gotta get done. That is a lie. That is a bold-faced lie. But, yeah, man. I'm just gonna work. I don't know if I have mad lessons I want to impart on people. I don't really like to think of it that way. I'm a mad lesson imparter. Um, I'm just trying to stream my work and see if I can get some insights while I work. Hey, hey. Alright. Let me see. Do I have my morning pages starting? It's a bumma. Oh man, I just realized I have to change my music. Because if I do this music, it will mess up my transcript, unfortunately. Actually, hold on. What was that? Study house music? Let's go with that. I got way too many things running. Got way too many things running right now. Let's go with this. Alright. Notion. This is Tunji doing another live work from home and chill session. What do we have to do today? Let's take a look. Let's bring this music up a little bit. I might be streaming to too many things at once. I'm on Twitch, Kick, YouTube, LinkedIn. Let's see. Anybody catch that Bills and Ravens game, man? That was pretty wild. Just need to check the audio quality. Okay. Audio quality sounds good. Got weekly marketing workflow. Mondays, I make and schedule all emails for the week, review email calendar and content strategy, set up email automation processes or sequences. I don't need that. Let me set up my. Yeah, this is wavy, bro. Whatever this music is, it's wavy. Let me set up my morning page. Yeah, I like it. I like the music. What I am gonna do real quick is let's go ahead and start. My inbox has gotten to be a little bit too much. So I'm gonna work on my email, my inbox. Let us move this to. Let's label this. So all right, let me give you guys an understanding of what I'm doing. I've realized. Wait, how do I? Oh, let's see. I have realized that although a lot of the emails that come through my business email inbox, are spam and people trying to sell me stuff. It's still important for me to go through because there are little nuggets in there. There are definitely little nuggets in there that like may end up. I mean, some of these like emails that are just buried underneath all that spam and whatnot could change the course of how we do business. Seriously. Some of them are just customers. Like I have to handle a lot of the customer support for Steam Boys. Hold on. Hey, Kayla. So, like for example, I just got an email from somebody who had reached out to us like 2 weeks ago about some issue that they encountered in the restaurant. Obviously, we don't have a customer support team. I'm the only person that checks the emails on these types of emails when they come through, because they come through the website. So I have to respond. Like if I could just say, hey, I'm a busy business owner. I don't have to respond to this lady's email because her bubble tea was not as cold. It was supposed to be this 60 degrees Fahrenheit and maybe it was 62. I don't know. I'm just giving a exaggerated example. But this lady that is emailing us about the issue that she had with her food and she wants a refund. If she emails us and doesn't get a response, she's gonna think, hey, while these guys are terrible at customer support altogether, right? Because she already had a bad experience in the store. If she emails us again, because she has emailed us twice now, and I did email her back the first time, but then she took a while to respond, and I missed the second response, and now this is her third time reaching out because I missed the second response. If she doesn't get a response on this third one, she's gonna think, wow, these guys really suck, and she's gonna tell a bunch of people. So even though, yes, I could lean back on the fact that we're a small team, we're not a big corporate, blah blah blah, I could say that's the excuse for why I don't feel like handling your request. But imagine if I did, right? Imagine if I did, and she understood that this is a small team. It's not like a big group of people that are dedicated to handling this type of request. She's gonna realize, holy crap, they care about their customers. So while the adverse reaction, the consequences of doing nothing are pretty big, well, they're big enough for me in the sense that like this one person could tell a bunch of people that we suck. The rewards for actually digging through my inbox for small things like this, or even business opportunities, are great. They're great. They're huge. So it's worth it. I mean, yeah, I'm not gonna do it. I try and do it every day, but I'm not gonna do it I just don't have the capacity to do it every day. Hold on one second. And that's why I do it. So let's go ahead and get that taken care of. We'll just dig through the inbox here, or we'll clean up my inbox because I just need to feel like my inbox isn't overwhelming. That's another thing, man. As an entrepreneur, man, these things like this, where it's just like you're just digging through, you're just like things where it's like I just need to make sure that my inbox isn't overwhelming me. It makes a difference, right? Let's see here. I got an ebook on how to thrive despite rising restaurant costs from Nation Restaurant News. I don't feel like downloading that right now. So I'm gonna categorize that. Actually, I'm not showing you guys my inbox because I don't want to show you guys my inbox. Right now, I've already done my 10-minute yoga. So I had my morning routine here. I had my protein breakfast. I did not do 10-minute yoga. I'm sorry. Drink 1 glass of water. I got my water glass here. So we'll go ahead and check that off. Boom, boom. I do want to talk about Inbox Zero, one of my morning routines that I struggle to get done regularly. Let's see here. Oh, I do need to file new hires docs. Okay, put that as one of the things. Um, do 2 days of emails. Yeah, we'll handle all of that. I need to put this somewhere. Actually, let me file this right now. So I need to file my. So I get. Okay, we were gonna talk about inbox zero. Sorry guys, I'm all over the place this morning. It is what it is. Not every morning is going to be a perfect morning, and I'm okay with that. Let's see here. It's gonna be in my drive. Boom, 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 boom. New hire documents. I think this is the one that I need. Tennessee. Nah, this isn't it. This is another problem that we have. We have all this places to put documents and all this stuff, but we don't. It's not very. The hierarchy and the structure is not very good. So that's something I really actually wanna improve here. I've been using Notion actually to handle a lot of the recruiting, and I want to save the documentation in Notion. Not sure if that would be the best, like most secure thing, but it's, you know what I mean? It's probably better than Google Drive. It's not like Google Drive is more secure than Notion, you know? Alright, let me go ahead. And again, I would love to show you guys what I'm working on, but because of there's a, you know, safety component here, I can't. In terms of like, I can tell you what I'm doing, but I can't show you. Download. 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 And download. Sweet. Alright. So, where was I at? New hire documentation. Inbox zero. There we go. So, if in case you don't know, this was something that was first kind of shown to me in when I was working at Lending Club. NDA pay book. Do I already have that? Let's move this out the way. Nope. Yeah, so when I was working at Lending Club, my boss was teaching me about inbox zero and how he basically goes through and tries to make sure his inbox remains, like his email inbox has no emails in there. And at first when he was telling me this, I was like, what are you talking? I just didn't understand the importance of, continue upload. I just didn't understand the importance of trying to make sure that you're clearing out your inbox, because it's more than just like, oh, I'm just going through and, you know, like just empty, like I'm just going through and being a busybody and archiving and deleting emails and reading every email. I thought it was like just busy work at the time, but I realized this is actually it's actually a great way to not miss opportunity, one, to and then it also just like there's like and I'm sure most of you people know this, if you see my phone, you'd probably have a heart attack because of how many notifications I have, unread notifications I have. I'm just one of those guys, unfortunately. Let me see here. Do I have everything I need from this email? All good. All good. I think we are good here. So Melissa should have her W-2. Wait, is this filled out? None of this is filled out. What is going on? Oh my gosh. I just uploaded a bunch of stuff that's just not filled out. So annoying. Alright. Very annoying. Let's see why she sent me stuff, but I for some reason I just downloaded it and it wasn't filled out. That's so weird. Okay, inbox 0 once again. What the heck? Like I can't get my LinkedIn live stream to just work. It's constantly buffering, constantly acting like it's just really annoying. I don't know how else to put it. Alright, let's go ahead and download all this stuff again. Download all of this again. Upload it all again. See right here, I'm looking at it again and it's not filled out. What is the, like I'm, this is so annoying. Okay, maybe it was just taking a while to load. I think that's what it was. I think it was good. It was just taking a second to load. W2. But the last one that I did, NDA, pay 1, public health, book. I don't know what book was, what she labeled as book. Employee emergency contact. Alright. Boom. Cool. That's there. Let me double check the stream, make sure I'm not missing any chats. Looks like I'm good on chats. Alright. You know what, guys? I mentally am not fully able to give you guys a really good like LinkedIn stream right now, so I am going to just chill and do my work. If anyone wants to hop in and chat, then sure, but I'm not gonna be too aggressive on the talking because my brain's all over the place right now. And I just want to get some work done, so I will pause the recording here, and then we'll just chill out for a second. Just chill out, listen to the music, have a good time. And I think I'll pause my kick stream as well because I'm not really getting much there. Question is, should I pause my LinkedIn stream as well? Or not my LinkedIn, but my Twitch stream. I think I'm on Twitch, YouTube, and LinkedIn right now. I think I'm okay with that. You know what? Let's pause the Twitch stream as well. Yeah, this is better. I think I was trying to do too much. Yeah, I was trying to do too much and I'm not. Ooh, overcoming staffing shortages. What does Nation's restaurant news have for that? Let's take a look. I don't. Yeah, it is hard to hire skilled staff. I can hire. There's not a problem with that. There's people that want jobs out here. The real problem is hiring skilled staff. Okay. It's cool to be boring. Boring is beautiful. Friends of the branded. Happy Saturday, and I hope you had a great week. Blah blah blah. Branded team was down in so QSR Evolution. Bro, there's so many restaurant conventions, bro, and conferences. I know I need to be going to more of these. I do know that, but I have some FOMO sending this one out. Absolutely, as someone who believes in Woody Allen's 80% of success is just showing up philosophy. LinkedIn posts and photos from the event, which Brandon probably hosted, blah, blah, blah. At dinner, someone quickly reminded me that restaurants are a sexy business and then followed the punchline. We don't like sexy businesses. We like boring businesses. That is facts, bro. Oh my gosh, bro. Hold on. I need to record this real quick. Okay, so I'm back and I'm reading this email, and it says it's from Nation Restaurant News, or no, this is from Hospitality Headline. I'm not sure how I got onto this email list, but this is a really good point here. It says, at dinner, someone quickly reminded me that restaurants are a sexy business, and then followed with the punchline: we don't like sexy businesses. We like boring businesses. Shout out to Team Fit Well for the boxing references. Okay. This got me fired up. You want boring? Let me tell you how boring restaurants can be in the best way. Boring is beautiful. Boring is beautiful is a disciplined investment thesis. And when you look closely, this boring industry is actually one of the most exciting, full of incredible people living experiences that matter. Okay. Interesting. Let me expound on that for a little bit here. We don't like sexy businesses. We like boring businesses, and restaurants are sexy businesses. Let's start with restaurants are sexy businesses. Yeah, I mean, I definitely feel like in my industry, fast casual especially, and especially more higher end fine dining, people tend to try and make their restaurant as sexy as possible, in the sense that the marketing is super sleek, the branding is super sleek, the way they build the restaurants, everything they do is super sleek, super expensive as well. And all of that just to get people through the front door, just to get people to line up and say this is the best ever, right? High quality ingredients, which you always want high quality ingredients, don't get me wrong, but I think there's sometimes we can go a little bit overboard with our high quality, but yeah, I think especially from the eyes of the customers, they're definitely attracted to the sexier the marketing, the sexier the branding, the more exciting, the shinier, the sleeker, all of this. Customers are for sure attracted to that, but I think that they are attracted to it for that one-time experience, right? They're attracted to it because it makes a good Instagram photo. They're attracted to it because they can, do influencers, foodies can go get their post in and then move on to the next one. But where are they going every week? What restaurants are they going to every week, every 2 weeks or whatever? What's their staples? Those tend to be the local neighborhood moms and pops that don't have the budget for these like super high marketing campaigns and branding strategies and whatnot. Um, they're going to these places because they get consistent quality food, and they're not having to fight through crowds of people. There's, like, for example, there's a coffee shop near me. I'm not gonna say who it is, but a lot of people really got caught up in like the super sleek branding and everything. And I'm seeing a lot of TikToks and stuff about how people feel like they got. But I was just kind of like, you didn't get God. That's what you wanted. You wanted that super high end, uh, New York style coffee shop and all that. But like, when you think about your average coffee shop experience, or even your above average coffee shop experience that you go to regularly, it's one of these not hole in the wall, but like it's not like somewhere that's leaning on super high branding to get people through the door. They're leaning on good food, good service, good people. Um, my business partner, and I'll end it at this. My business partner and I, we butt heads a lot. One of my business partners, we butt heads a lot, but only from a philosophy standpoint. Nothing nothing major. But we agreed on this. Making money is boring. Making money should be boring. Meaning, there are things that we have to do regularly. Things that suck, things that require a lot of work, and things that require a lot of time and energy on our part, but they make us money. If we get distracted by all the shiny baubles and this, that, and the other, and everything that glitters ain't gold, baby. You to be successful in the restaurant industry, you have to be a little boring. Meaning you have to do the right things at the right times consistently. And I'll leave it at that. Balloon. Dum 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 dum. All right, here's G's stuff. Sweet. All right. Again, I'm doing a lot of housekeeping that I've been neglecting to do, unfortunately. So let's go ahead and handle that. New folder. I'll just say G. Forgot his name. this in there. That feels good, man. I tell you something. The whole onboarding process has been actually. Let me undo that because she sent a document that I really want. I'll tell you what, man. Going through and like just like all the stuff that gets built up in your inbox, going through and kind of handling it, feels good for sure. Feels like I'm getting progress, making progress towards the right things. Actually, I wanted to see that. Kava adds what? NRN fast casual report. Kava adds chicken shawarma to the menu. Interesting. Noodles and Company to explore possible sale. Caribou Coffee named Scott Kennedy permanent CEO. Wingstop adds smoky Chipotle rub. Why is that Cam Ward? Does Cam Ward have a Wingstop sponsorship? Yeah, it is Cam. It is Cam Ward. I want to speak on that, bro. I watched the game. I watched the whole game, weather delay and everything. Cam Ward is okay. The Titans may not be. The Titans may not be. They couldn't, even with their new offensive line and everything that they trotted out there. I'm starting to really question that Brian Callahan is the answer that we need at coach. I don't think he is. I heard some people tossing around John Gruden. I don't think he's the right move either. One, I don't love that I just don't love his political views. Doesn't really have much to do with his his ability to lead a team, but I think it actually does have some bearing. on how he leads the team because part of his political views are racist. He was caught on camera saying some racist things. I don't know if that's him anymore, but you know what? I don't know him well enough to know that it's not him anymore. So unfortunately, that's what happens. All right, so let me put that in my Google Calendar. Doop 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 doop. Yeah, and again, sorry guys if you're in this stream. It's a pretty chill. It's actually this is more of a chilled than work from home session stream. Um, just because like I can just tell I'm not like I mean I'm good. I'm not like going through anything, but mentally I can just see like okay I'm in a good place, but I'm trying to focus on getting the work done. So I'm gonna do more of that than I'm gonna do talking, if that makes any sense. Today, normally I'll talk through the whole session, but today I'm trying to get some stuff done because I've let a lot of things kind of slide. I haven't done any email campaigns in a week, and that was by design. I'm not trying to shirk my duties, but I am trying to like just ease up on how many emails I'm sending. Like, I think I like to do it like this. I like to go like 2 weeks just blitz them with emails, and then like a week of just tapering off, and then like a week of nothing. I think that might be my. Let me record that actually. All right, so trying out a new email strategy. I'm thinking I'm gonna do 2 weeks of just straight blitzing people with emails, right? Like 14 emails, 14 email campaigns. People should be like individuals in those campaigns should be getting emails from me in that week. They should be getting probably about 4 emails a week from Steam Boys for those 2 weeks, and then that third week I'll just taper off. Maybe I'll just do like two to three emails in that third week, and then the last week nothing, just complete radio silence. This is my strategy on how I can maximize. Well, this is my theory. I'm gonna try and see how I can maximize how much email revenue we get, how top of mind we can stay without completely burning out my email list and driving up my unsubscribe rates. We'll see how it works for the month of September. We'll see. But like, it's something different. Like I could just lower the amount of emails I send altogether and still send a consistent amount every week. But I think it might be better to blitz, or blitz, chill, nothing. Let's try that out, see what happens. Let me get this. All right, on the 22nd, Monday the 22nd, gonna be sending an email. Monday, September 22nd, 11 a.m. Central Time. Cool. So on the schedule. How long is it for? It just says 11 a.m. So I guess we'll just go as long as we need, huh? Let me. I'll make it to. Oh, it's just a. Okay. Since I have it as a task. Realizing I don't know how to use Google as well as I thought I did. See if I get, dude. I just don't know how to fix my LinkedIn stream. Like it's very, and I don't think it's like anything I'm doing. I've got good internet. I've got great like settings on my Meld Studio setup. I think it's literally just LinkedIn. I think the bottleneck here is LinkedIn. Like it's constantly freezing and the thing is I was watching someone else's the other day and the same thing was happening. Same thing was happening to them that happened to me. It's just like, yeah, you literally cannot like it's and I know they have a better setup than I do. They probably have better internet built for they stream all the time. So yeah, it's kind of like you have to have you can set up your stream on LinkedIn, but you also have to have a backup on maybe even like YouTube or something, you know, which is what they do. So that's what I'm doing. Let me see if I have any chats I need to respond to, by the way. I don't have any chats. My YouTube stream is that I get no visibility there. All right, following up with one of our third-party delivery people because they have basically ignored everything. They've ignored my concerns. I'm paying a lot to them in fees, which, hey, it's the name of the game, but I'm trying to negotiate a lower fee after 5 years of being with them. Trying to negotiate a lower fee and just saying, hey, like, we're going to keep spending ad budget. So yeah, I'm trying to negotiate lower fees right now with our one of our third party delivery. I'm not gonna say who it is because I'm we're in the middle of negotiations, and it looks like they're not taking us seriously. They're not taking us seriously at all. We have 8 stores on their platform. There could be more, um, because we're growing. But they are looking at us like small potatoes. I'm sure they've got bigger clients that they care more about. But the fact that they don't care about us proves that, like, when I showed them the numbers, when I said, "Hey, I'm paying more to you in fees than I'm actually getting in profit," which, sure, I'm not gonna blame you for net profit, but I am gonna say that you're cutting into it. You're definitely cutting into it. I'm not gonna blame you that our net profits aren't as high as I need them to be, but don't blow smoke up my ass and tell me that your platform is helping me grow. It's helping me gain a little bit of visibility, but it's costing me more than it's gaining me at the end of the day. So I sent them, and I made a request for a lower fee structure because we do pay a lot in terms of ads, and they basically, I don't even think they said their finance team said no. I don't even think their finance team looked at it. I think they just flat out ignored us, said, "Hey, they're not McDonald's," or something like that. So they didn't care. And we have another partner who does care, and I'm like, well, I'd rather just move all of our business over to them and see how that works, and then come back to DoorDash. Oops, sorry, said your name on stream. It is what it is. But it's one of these situations where I haven't really had to deal with this because most of our partners that we work with care about the fact that I'm not trying to keep bashing. I'm not trying to keep, waving the flag that, hey, we're a smaller business, but like, this is a cutthroat industry, and the fact that we are willing to spend more money with you than we are required to spend to use your platform first and foremost, and you are just looking at that and saying, it's not anything, it's not enough to even give them a fair conversation. You and a supervisor. So this is a pretty strongly worded email I'm sending, apparently my project manager, account manager, whoever they are. I'm sure they've got, look, I'm not blaming this person. Their lack of response, and it's been about a week now, 8 days, the lack of response has, just following up this thread here. At first, I'm extremely disappointed in how my last email apparently wasn't taken seriously at all. I've turned off all ads for our stores and will be getting a final approval from all store owners today on when we will pull our stores off the platform. Your lack of response and your financial team's flat rejection of our request proves that our After 5 years of partnership, we're still not important and not valued because I like DoorDash. I am requesting one more meeting with you and your finance team to see if we can work something out. If this is not happening, then I can guarantee we'll take our business where we feel more valued. And I'll be letting everyone in my network know how DoorDash claims to care about small companies like ours, but can't even bother to give us a fair deal or even response to a real request to help us cut costs. All right, here we go. I'm gonna throw that into a LLM, see if I can get, maybe clean it up a little bit. New chat, Google, new chat. Why am I saying hello? I need a... Oh, sheesh. All right, so I'm gonna ask whatchamacallit here to rework this email for me. But in the meantime, I'm gonna record something new here. All right, so if you're a small business owner and you're working with third-party delivery options, what I've found, and I'm gonna go deeper into this and start giving you numbers. I have the numbers. I'm crunching numbers. I'm trying to get more clarity on the overall numbers. But I can already see the trend and where it's going. But you know, you're working with these third-party delivery companies to do two things: expose your brand to new customers and get more orders, get more money, get more revenue. To be even clearer, to get more net profit from that revenue. What I've found is that when you're on these platforms, you get orders coming through, and depending on your fees and rate structure, you may or may not depending on your fees or rate structure, you'll see that you get a certain amount of revenue every month from them. When you start digging into that revenue, when you start digging into what's happening with it, you start to see that you're spending a lot of money, you're giving a lot of money back to the third-party delivery company, and you may see that your overall sales are like 10,000, but the money that comes to your bank account is like 4,000. You know what I mean? So you start to ask yourself, well, where is this extra, where's the 6,000 going? In our case, we want to maximize everything that we do and every channel that we use. So we end up spending money on ads so that our business, our brand is shown to more potential customers. So this is another cost that we have to add on top. So that's why we might see $10,000 in sales on the platform, but only see 4,000 end up in our bank account, and that's frustrating to say the least. It's understandable that there's extra cost to get in front of more people, but the problem is that these third-party delivery companies have rigged the game in their favor, not in the customer's favor, and not in you, the restaurant, favor. Um, they've made it to where you can be on their platform and you can be shown to a few people, but if you're not spending additional money on ads, then they won't, you won't make as much money as you could be making on that platform. Now, here comes a twist. If you do spend that additional money on ads, well, then you're just paying them even more money to get in front of the people you're getting in front of, as opposed to, I wish there was some sort of regular, like SEO component to, some of these third parties, where just the better I build my profile and the more keywords, whatever, the more people I get shown in front of, so I don't have to spend money on ads. But that's just not the way the game is played. So when I look at how much I actually get from just people who are just going, regular organic traffic that turns into orders, when I look at that, I see that, okay, well, this is less. This amount of people that I get organically is actually way less, way less than the amount of people that I get from paid ads on the platforms. So to me, it's like, okay, if I'm getting way more of these people that cost me more, and I'm paying regular fees to process their orders on top of that, well, it almost feels like I'm getting hit with double fees almost. It's not how it's being actually working, but that's how it feels, and that's how it looks in the bank account. So I have to really, kind of make a educated decision here on how much I'm willing to spend to get these new customers. Again, the whole point is, if you're going to be on these platforms, yes, be on the platforms, yes, get the orders, get the revenue, hopefully get the net profit, which we're going to talk about next. But you have to convert these new customers into your own. You have to take them off the platform and make them your own customer. Get their email, whatever you got to do. Just make sure that you're turning them into real customers for you. Now, at the end of the day, when I look at how much I'm paying for these people that I'm, doing ads to get, putting ads and offers and promos in front of, and how much I'm paying, not just for that privilege to jump the line and get in front of these people, but also give them offers, there's that cost there. I'm also looking at my food costs, and my net profits end up being absolutely nothing. So again, 10,000 in sales, roughly 6,000 in fees from the platform and ad costs, and then an additional $2,000 for labor and food costs, and that 10,000 in sales turns into $2,000 in profit, and that just doesn't feel good. So these are some of the things you have to think about as a restaurant owner. And even though we do see companies like DoorDash and Uber claiming that they're doing a lot more to help the restaurants, and DoorDash has got a huge thing right now where they're integrating with Google, and they're integrating with Google, and they're helping you build websites, and they're basically trying to turn their third-party customers into your first-party customers. Best believe there's always going to be a very, very, very hidden cost to all of these things, and I just do not believe that some of these companies care that much about the restaurants. I think that they use us as a way to fuel their engine. You know what I mean? They use us as just another bait to get these people to pay more fees, and then they turn around and charge fees from us as well. So I don't know. It's a very tricky game, and I'd love to hear what other restaurant owners think about. I know what a lot of people think. I do think that, yes, there is a space for third-party delivery in your restaurant, but I think that you do have to be very mindful of how you operate, especially when it comes to if you're going to pay more to get more customers. You can be on the platform and get those eyeballs, but just know they're rigging the game against you to where ultimately you can be on the platform and pay for the orders that you get, but to get more orders, you're going to have to pay a lot more To get more people to see you, you're gonna have to pay a lot more. So it is a marketing tool, but I think that places like DoorDash, places like Uber Eats have really rigged the game in their favor and against restaurants, against especially smaller operations, to actually make money. And that's what we're doing. At the end of the day, yes, I want new customers, but I'm also trying to make money. And if you're if you're a third party partner who can help me with that goal, I'm probably gonna lean towards you. Heck, I might give you all of our business. Anyway, that's all I gotta say about the whole third party operations right now. This was really helpful. So I threw what I wrote to this provider into Gemini just for a quick revision. I didn't want to, I didn't. I definitely felt like I was I said, just following on the thread here. First time, extremely disappointed. My last email apparently wasn't taken seriously. Oh, I turned off all that. Blah, 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 blah. Your lack of response and your financial team's flat rejection, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? So this one, I liked the option one that it gave me. It takes out some of the emotions from what I put in the first email and allows me to really just stick to the facts, which is important here, I think. So we'll see how it goes, man. Because I really want, I mean, I want to make a deal. I obviously want to make a deal. I need to make a deal, and I feel like we deserve a deal from this partner. And the fact that they're treating us like we're just another company is one, showing how short-sighted they are and how ignorant they are of our account. So we'll go ahead and hit send on this email, and we'll keep moving along. Keep moving along. I'm trying to clear out my inbox, bro. Got 275 emails here that need to be focused on. Good news is some of the things I've noticed since I started streaming and really organizing what I'm doing is that my some of the changes I've been making. Oh, hold on. Let me respond to this. It made our email system crash. Alright. So the thing that I really enjoy about clearing out my email queue is once you get that thing cleared out, man, you just feel like a fresh start. You feel like you're ready to, start over again, in a sense. So when I start feeling like super overwhelmed, hold on. I would like to record this. Alright, so one of the things I found is that when I start to get like super overwhelmed, specifically in business, there's certain things that I start with that helps me feel like I'm getting back on track. And one of those things is like clearing out my email inbox. Like I always reach this point, right, where it's like, all right, why do I feel like I can't get anything done? Why do I feel like I can't focus? Why do I feel like the weight of the weight of my business is crushing me right now? Which, hey, I mean, as a restaurant owner, that's just our natural state of being, unfortunately. but like, I laugh, but I also cry on the inside when I say that. But what I've realized is that, yeah, man, it's like mostly you have to like take steps to address that when you feel that happening. Don't just let it continue. Once you get that inkling, I used to just try and power through it, right? I used to just try and power through it and be like, all right, it's fine. We'll handle it. I'll handle it and things will just get better. No, take a break, take a quick break. And then when you're ready to come back, address the things that were piling up on you. Because it is a feeling of being crushed by everything. And I think one of the um, one of the things that I do is I realize, oh crap, every time I get there, my inbox is usually 500, 600 emails deep. You know what I mean? Because I just stopped doing my daily inbox zero. So, um, one tip for that is take a look at your inbox. Do you have a crap ton of unopened emails? Well, if that's the case, spend some time to handle those. Go through them. Give yourself an hour and just like, you know what? I'm going to go through, I'm going to archive what I don't need, and I'm going to uh, take care of what I do need to take care of. Hello? What's up? What's up, man?
Hey, what you up to?
Hold on one second.
Hey,
I don't think you understand. I tried to be as like professional as possible, but also,
I can read between the lines.
bro, my guy, they ignored my last email. That's not okay. That's not
Yeah,
okay.
that's not okay. That's not. You can't just be ignoring emails and
From a
shit.
client, because my thing was, I'm trying to get them to understand, bro. Seven
Yeah,
stores, 5 years of spending ad budget, and
yeah, ad budget and shit.
you're
Yeah, for
telling me
real.
you can't do anything for us,
Yeah,
whereas our other partner is
you
willing
couldn't
to.
get. You couldn't. Okay, are you able to get them on the phone?
No,
Uh,
not right now.
you can't. I mean, I'm just saying in general. Like after this goes over, I just want to make sure it's not just like email chain's good, but I just want to hear their tone and record
Well,
and
that's
record.
the point of the email, though, right? Like, I'm trying to, like, the last time I requested
Yeah.
to talk to them
Right.
about this particular thing,
Yeah.
they didn't know what it was about, but they're like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
here's our link. You
Yeah.
can schedule a call with us whenever. I'm your account
Right. Yeah.
manager.
Yeah.
Blah blah blah. I'll take care of you.
Right.
The moment I
Yeah. No.
started
No.
spitting
Email chain's
facts,
good for a trail, like a
yeah.
paper trail. But I just want to know their tone when they're telling you they can't do shit after we've spent 5 years and so much ad budget, whatever, whatever. You know.
Well, that's the point. That's exactly what I'm trying to get at, bro. Is
Yeah.
like everything was good until I started digging into the numbers and realizing, oh, we're not actually. You guys are giving us the numbers on your platform saying, oh, like, hey, man, you guys are doing X amount in
Right.
return and
No.
this, that, and the other.
You know they, man. You know they can fudge whatever the fuck numbers they want.
Well, they just
We
they
know.
don't know how it
We
looks like for us. It's like, dude, you're giving
we
me an
know the bottom line.
invoice. Exactly,
Yeah.
you're
We
giving me an
know the
invoice
bottom
that
line.
said I made $10,000 in revenue, and then I gave you an
Yeah.
extra 4,000 in fees, and that's already alarming. But like,
Yeah.
but then I go and I actually crunch the numbers, and I'm like, well, crap. Like, I actually didn't make any. I made $2,000 with you last month,
Yeah.
but you
Exactly.
told me I sold $10,000.
We
Where's
may have sold 10,000, but if we spent 4,000, if we spent 4,000 and then labor and materials is like 50%. I mean, you know,
yeah.
then we're spinning our wheels. We're
Yeah.
spinning our wheels too.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
but
saying?
like now that I'm calling them out, and again, I understand how the game is played. I'm just trying to adjust
Yeah.
the field goals here so that like we
Yeah.
can eat. All I want is an extra $1,000 in revenue, bro. I'm not even
Yeah.
asking for net
No.
profit at this point.
Nah.
I'm
I know.
asking for
We're
an
asking
extra
for that.
$1,000 in revenue,
What I truly want is I want 15%. That's all I want. I just
which
want
I think we
15%.
can get. I think
Yeah.
we should be able to get that. We're not
15
small potatoes. We have
with like eight
growth.
restaurants.
Yeah,
50% is like, bro, come on now.
bro, we
We ain't
have
no
growth
Bob and Combs,
potential.
bro. We ain't got no
Exactly. Because here's the crazy thing: we could actually open up food hall to what you
Yeah,
call it.
exactly, bro.
You know, what I mean, so we could
Exactly.
add an extra restaurant on there, but
Yeah,
like,
we can add an extra restaurant on there, but your ass is saying, well, we can't do shit. It's like,
well,
bitch.
they're trying to hit me with you're not eligible right now. I was like, then when are we eligible? We've been on the same rate for five
Right.
years.
Yeah, nah. If we ain't eligible with 8 stores, 5 years of history, ain't fucking nobody eligible except fucking McDonald's. Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Like they
Yeah.
care more about. And the crazy thing was, is when I got on the call with them the first time, I was saying,
Yeah.
hey man, we're just looking to make this a little bit more equitable for us. You
Yeah.
know, I
Yeah. Yeah.
like our other
Nah, bro.
partner, they
Nah.
gave us
And
a
I'm telling
billboard.
you.
They gave us a
I'm telling
billboard. Do
you.
you guys do billboards? They
I'm
said, "Oh,
telling
we
you.
don't. I don't know." Meanwhile, I'm driving down the street and I'm seeing billboards for Tailgate Brewery with these guys. So the
Yeah.
fact that
Yeah.
they don't,
Yeah.
the fact that they try to act like that's not a thing that they do,
Yeah.
blew
Right.
my
Yeah.
mind.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
why I'm at
Nah,
this
bro.
point, bro. I don't want to do this. I don't want to pull ourselves off of them
No.
because
No.
we.
No. No. You understand? You want to do this. I don't think you understand. This should have been done 2 years ago.
Facts,
This
facts,
should there
facts.
should have been a brick with the face of all the people in charge, take like Polaroids stuck on
Yep,
that brick,
yep,
and a message be like, "Give me my money," written on the brick and thrown through their front window.
yep,
That's what should have happened 2 years ago,
yep.
right?
Yeah. So and so now it's like I have to,
Yeah.
and it's annoying that I had to email them because again I emailed them last week saying not saying
Yeah.
something of the same thing, but not as like I just was like, hey, this is what we're gonna do. I talked to every owner individually, bro. I talked even Mumu was in agreement. He was like, yeah, switch,
Yeah. Yeah.
switch. Um,
Yeah.
you know, what I mean, Mumu, he's like he's a pretty reasonable guy. He wants his store to do really well, and he knows the
Yeah.
numbers on
Yeah.
on between the two platforms we use. And you know, I mean, it was just like I talked to everyone except for Amber, but like I know Amber would probably care more. I'm sure she's freaking out because I turned off all the ads, bro. I turned
Yeah.
off all
That's
the
fine.
ads. You know what I
That's
mean?
fine.
Because they're not they're like I think we've gotten the amount of customers we need to get from them.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
or at the very least we've gotten the awareness.
I
We
mean,
gotten the
that's the
awareness
game,
we need
bro.
to
The
get.
game is, unfortunately, the game is long term these days. You know, it's not just
Yeah.
turn something on and it's like a fountain of money, bro. It's you build clientele and you hook them and then you got them.
Yeah.
And you gotta pay to hook them, unfortunately.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the thing is like, but like I'm looking at well, we've got one partner who we could probably double the amount of like we could replace the revenue we're getting from DoorDash by switching to this other partner, lower our fees, and then we could once again increase the. And when I say double, I just mean like we could increase the amount of marketing we're doing with the other partner with the new contract they're
Yeah.
giving us, just because they're
Yeah.
lowering our fees, um,
Right. Yeah.
and they're giving us money on top of that.
Right. Yeah.
You know,
No, bro. It's they don't get back to you or they spit out some bullshit. I think we might have to really consider it. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah. I'm so
And
serious, man. It's
yeah.
it's 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 the what's concerning is the way that they're treating our account. That's what's
Bro,
concerning to
I,
me.
I, I don't think they understand. They're not. Um, Uber Eats is a very. I think it's bigger than DoorDash in the South. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm not sure about that,
yeah.
but I'd say it's not like it's not a small. It's not like a. I think they should be paying attention to what they're doing. I
No,
think they,
I really think
yeah,
so because Uber Eats. I mean, I use Uber Eats a lot more than I use DoorDash.
yeah,
To say that.
yeah,
Just because I get to track it better. But
exactly,
yeah.
yeah. It's just one of those things, man. It's like I'm like, bro,
And I think it has a couple more people on it too. Just saying.
yeah,
You know,
yeah. At the end of the day,
it's
man,
just anecdotal experience.
I think they
So,
definitely have more drivers than them because they're drive like the well one when I was doing Uber Eats just to test it out and make a little money on the side. Like I was like, yeah, dude,
yeah.
like I'm like I get way more orders on Uber Eats than I get on DoorDash. I get paid
Oh
less.
yeah, yeah,
I get
yeah, for
paid
sure.
less, but I do get
You
more
get paid
orders.
less, but you get more orders.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So it was like DoorDash was
yeah.
just like, and it might have they're you know what they're doing now actually
What?
they're building websites for people and they're linking it with Google so that like basically they're saying that they can turn their third party customers into your first party customers by building you a website through DoorDash and then like making it to where someone can click the order now button on Google
Yeah.
search, and
Uh-huh.
it comes directly to you. But I'm like, there's still gonna be a fee, bro. Like, and you're still delivering it. So like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. I
Exactly.
don't know, I have to
And
look
you own the
into it
website.
more, but
And
I
you
just see
own
it.
the website.
And you own the website on top of that. Like, you're just trying to get everybody by their
Everyone's trying
balls.
to control. Everyone's trying to control everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
We gotta make sure that we don't succumb to our
Yeah.
cost. You
Yeah.
know,
Yep.
that's it. Like they get to all this. Like I didn't sit here for like an hour. Like they're gonna like chew our ear off for like half an hour about, oh, but we provide this, and shut up, dude. Like we make cutting sauce,
No, that's what
and
I've learned, bro. It's like, especially dealing with the whole third-party delivery stuff. Is like, all right, at the end of the day, how much money ends up in my bank account, and
exactly.
that's all I care about at this point.
Yeah, bro. You gotta cut to the brass tacks sometimes. You can't
Yeah.
say it like that, but you really do. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. You ain't lying, bro. You ain't lying.
But it's all these ancillary things you do for us, but I'm just like, bro, this like, what are you
How
saying,
much
dude?
money will I make?
How much money? Money.
Money, money. No, show me the money.
Yeah, exactly. You get it. You
Yeah,
get the game.
I
You
get
know.
it, bro. I get it.
All right, bro.
All right,
All right,
brother.
bro.
I'll talk to
Take
you
it
later, man.
easy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you gonna be back tonight, or you staying down there?
I see who's working. If I can get off, I get off.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
All
Sounds
right.
good, man.
All right.
All right, bro.
Take
See
it
ya.
easy.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, there you have it, guys. Another meeting with the business partner, talking about what we talk about. Um, let's see. I got about an hour before I have to show up at the store, so I'm going to probably end the stream here and spend that time building content for LinkedIn, I guess. And then at the store, I'll build my email campaigns for the week. All right, peace, deuces.